I think I tried to talk to one too, but somewhere something didn't click. The energy has to click with the therapist, I feel.
So, did you ever feel the need to speak to a therapist, take therapy, any of your roles that really sort of troubled you, or a scene which troubled you? I mean, like, say, your mirror scene in Mimi and stuff like that.
There are some times when you emotionally give yourself to a lot of scenes or a lot of characters, whether it is the mirror scene in Mimi, um, before which I tried to like psych myself with certain emotional memories of mine, which, I felt like hit me somewhere deep. And I was feeling a lump in my throat. And then when I started walking to the set, I didn't feel anything. And I was like, what is going on? And when I screamed during the scene, something that was pent up came up. I to feel like sometimes it's also therapy that happens in the scene, where some stuff which is like really deep inside you, with that scream comes out and you suddenly start crying. And it happened for the first time that the director called set and I kept crying. And that's never happened before. So I also felt like a release in the scene. But there are times, like there was a phase post lockdown where I did feel like I was going through phases of feeling low randomly. And I felt like talking to a therapist. I think I tried to talk to one too, but somewhere something didn't click. The energy has to click with the therapist, I feel. And then I went on. And recently I went in Do Patti. There were certain scenes which I was doing, and I was trying to go back to an emotional memory um, again. And yes, it did help me to perform the scene, and I performed. But 20 days later, about 20 days later, I was just feeling extremely low. And I started meditating on and off. I meditate with someone on phone. And I was talking to her, like I talked to her about everything that I'm feeling. So I was talking to her and I was like, I'm feeling really low randomly. Like, I don't know why. And she was like, okay, this film that you've been doing, there were some intense scenes. Like, was there something that stayed with you or. And I told her that I went back to an emotional memory to perform that scene. And she was like, can you please stop doing that? Because she was like, yes, I understand you want to give 100%. We all know you want to act well, you want to be a great actor, you want people to appreciate your performance, but you also want to be a happy human being, no? You want to have a happy life. When you're going back to an emotional memory again and again and again, what you're doing is you're not letting the wound heal. You're going back and stabbing it. You're going back and stabbing it and shadowing it every now and then. And it's helping you to perform right now, but you're not letting it heal. So you got to stop that, because it's that 20 days later is affecting you emotionally and mentally. So I think I realized and I understood what she was saying. And I kind of swore that I'm never going to do that again. No matter what, I have to find a different process to things then. Because yes, I want to perform to the best level, and every actor tries to find something inside them from their journey, their memories. But it's not very healthy to be going back to an emotional memory that made you feel like not good. Because then you don't ever cross it, you don't ever pass it, you'll never feel indifferent towards it, because you're again trying to feel the same thing. So yeah, that was a little learning which happened very recently, in fact.